Today, I don't know how many days I've been on this with this motor, but today we are going to be installing the gaskets and putting up the heads. As you guys can see, I did these last night. I did a little time lapse and then I was live for a bit on TikTok. So what you're going to be seeing me doing is putting the gaskets, putting the heads on, torquing them down with ARP bolts. And yeah guys, hopefully today we get to finish this project of a motor. Right now I'm cleaning up the rockers. They are going to be the stock rockers. I didn't have time to order the other ones, so we should be all said and done. Everything looks perfectly fine. The chain, everything is timed properly, as I know. Pero pues yeah. So I'm gonna get the gaskets. They are these right here. They are some LS1 head gaskets, the pair, and they are copper, I believe. Yeah, they're copper gaskets. So vamos a poner estos onto the motor. Now, I think I should be good like this, pero pues, I'm gonna put the head, well, of course, I'm gonna put the head and then we'll see how we tighten it up. We got some ARP bolts and studs. What did I order? Oh look, they came with an instructions. Installation instructions, Chevy Gen 3 LS series. Ford later. Okay. As you guys can see, there's the ARP bolts, washers, and the small ones for these right here. Nice. Con estos van a aguantar más chingazos el motor. But yeah, looks pretty nice. I like these dual springs, how they look. They look really, really nice. Okay, let's install the bolts. Alright guys, unfortunately I'm a little disappointed because I bought the wrong bolts. As you guys saw in the last clip, I was trying to install the heads and the bolts are too short. So I bought the wrong ARP bolts. Now I gotta wait for new ARP bolts, or if I end up getting the torque to yield, whichever ones come here first. I'm not really quite sure. Pero I'm gonna order them tonight and hopefully I get them by either tomorrow or the end of this week. So yeah guys, aquí vamos a terminar este video porque pues I can't really do much for the motor without installing the heads. I can't put the push rods, I can't put the rockers, nothing like that. So yeah, there's the head still. And I think I kind of found out why I had low oil pressure. As you guys can see, this thing, it's called a plug, a valley plug or something like that. Let me see. They call it a dumbbell, I've heard. But it goes in the back side where you take off the rear main seal and the plug is like right here. And I ended up doing a rear main seal on the last motor, but I never ended up changing this thing out. So as you guys can see, it's a little toasted and that's why it was losing oil pressure. And this what's it called? This O-ring was toasted too. It's flat. So the oil pressure was passing through this and it was causing the motor to read low oil pressure, and I'm more than sure that this got the motor to starve to death. So yeah, that is my theory. I'm not really quite sure if that's how it usually goes or not. Pero pues, like I said, we're gonna be ending this video here. We're almost finished with this whole motor to install it on the red truck. I am a little drained. I've been non-stop every day after work, non-stop working on this truck. So yeah. Hopefully the bolts come in tomorrow so I can do another video. And yeah. After 2 days of waiting, the bolts finally came in. So open them up. ARP bolts once again. So now we're gonna try it out once again on torquing these heads and making it work. So if you guys are going to be using ARP bolts just like I am, make sure you get the 134-3609. Don't get the other ones. I think it was 010 or 10, something like that. Now this is the correct one. Chevy Gen 3 LS Series 2003 and earlier. The other ones were a little too short, so that's where I kind of found out that they were the wrong bolts. Now let me bring the gasket and try these bolts out once again, because yeah, these look way bigger. Perfect gasket, perfect. So just know that this kit does have two bolts that are smaller, and as you guys can see, you can tell the difference. There's a longer bolt and a smaller bolt. The smaller bolt goes on the front, on the first bolt, and on the last bolt of the head, and the rest are going in the middle and on the bottom. And don't forget your washers. Now this is gonna be a little time lapse for you guys, and make sure you clean your washers too. Take out all the oil so everything's pretty flush. So you're going to be watching the time lapse of me torquing this head, and then we'll torque the next one. As you guys saw, we installed one head of the ARP bolts. Let me tell you something. They start getting really tight, but that's badass. Because you know that it's all clamped down pretty good. And yeah, so right now, I'm going to put the other gasket, and you're just going to see me torque them down. So that's all. Let's install these other ones. Now that you guys saw that I installed both heads, the ARP bolts, now it's time to install the rockers and the push rods. So I'm gonna do a time lapse on both because I am running out of memory. So yeah, aquí está. Alright guys, I am going to be calling it a day. Well, not a day, but basically this is going to be the end of this video. As you guys saw, we installed ARP head bolts, we installed new gaskets, we installed rockers, new springs, titanium rods or something like that. Something that's titanium in here. But we got new springs, new dual springs, valve springs, and we also got a new valve gaskets, those little things, and well, the bolts. And we cleaned up everything on the motor. Now next time we are going to be also installing the oil pump on the following video, and this barbell. If you guys know, this protects your engine from oil pressure and all that sort of good stuff. We'll catch you on the next one, and thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate every single one that comments. Like I said, comment down below, we might be giving something out. But yeah, ahí estamos, muchas gracias, and ahí andamos.